Hello and welcome to another edition of a Beardy Hammer review. This week it is the Adeptus Mechanicus Skitarii. These have been long anticipated and rumoured, and here they are in front of us today. So this is the box. This is what you get. You get these 10 miniatures. On the front you see the Rangers depicted here, and if you flip over the back you see the Vanguard also on the back. Interestingly, the Vanguard have kind of got that medieval look to them, and the Rangers have got that very much typical kind of Adeptus Mechanicus hooded thing going on. If you read our earlier story about the foundation and the original vision of the Skitarii, these guys are quite different, but nonetheless, let's have a look at some of the sprues. Now, the first thing that you notice about these sprues is the amount of heads on them. They're quite amazing. So there's a huge amount of equipment, and you can just see here with this sprue, this is one of 3 sprues. The miniatures have quite a lot of extras. Okay, let's have a look at the heads. Now, the heads you can see here, you get a whole lot of hooded dudes, which are all slightly different. They have different ocular bits and pieces, antennas, all that kind of stuff. You also get a number, of course, of the Vanguard helmets. The helmets are also slightly different, and I think would be a fantastic for the Adeptus Arbiters as well. If you wanted to do some kind of step back in time, do some of those guys, they'd be absolutely perfect. If you have also a look at some of the other heads on here, you see there's 2 different versions of the officer's head and also a communication guy's head as well. So here you go, here's how a look at those. Pretty cool, lots and lots of detail. Having a look at this, personally, I think this very much looks like Scion bits and pieces. If you look at those miniatures, these are very, very similar. Same level of kind of detail on them. Okay, let's have a look at some of these guns here. Now, you can see here, if you have a look at them, these are the kind of your standard rifle. And also, I don't know if you noticed this, and maybe this is an in-joke for me, and maybe not for you. If you have a look at the officer's pistol here, have a look at that. It looks like a Nerf gun to me. Maybe like a Maverick or one of those. If you're a fan of Nerf, maybe you'll get the joke. Lots and lots of pipes on these miniatures, as you'll see. Really interestingly, have a look at how the torsos are. This is a really different way they've done the torsos and coats, and I don't know, maybe this would lend itself to having an easier kind of, if you painted them as sub-assemblies, maybe this would be a bit easier, but have a look at this. The actual chest, the torso piece is attached to the back, which is also attached to the cloak. So, interesting that, I'm not too sure. Well, we'll see how that goes. I'm not a sub-assembly guy, but if you're into sub-assemblies, maybe this is your cup of tea. And have a look at this rifle. This is amazing. Look how long this thing is. A very steampunk, very, very steampunk. If you're into that kind of antiquated look, this is really, really some great stuff. Amazing. This is a kit basher's dream, really. Some beautiful moulding also on the rifles and the hands. If you look at the hands here, you'll see that they're in a whole lot of different kind of, they could be firing positions or kind of at ease positions. The bases they come with are standard, and from what I can see, they're not 32mm, which is interesting because I thought everything was coming with 32mm these days. Have a look at that. I must admit, I do love this plasma gun. Have a look at this. It's like the mix between a Volkite gun and a plasma gun. I think that's really cool. Love a bit of Volkite technology. It's actually really cool they're bringing that kind of Horus Heresy Forge World stuff into it. All right, here's a couple of other close-up shots. Let me know what you think. Lovely, lovely detail. Just beautifully done.